time for another easy and interesting DIY project this morning with Andrew Donkin, our builder's DIY expert. This project this morning, a floating pot plant rack which will really suit the inside of your house perfectly. And based on what I see in front of me, Andrew, it doesn't look too difficult at all.
Ewan, that's right. It's simple, easy. We're starting off with making a floating pot rack, which is going to be actually sitting away from the wall. We've got some spaces there. It starts off with your cutting list. You send that down to Builders Warehouse. They'll cut it all to size for you.
You'll also need mirror hooks and screws, timber offcuts, a tape measure and pot plants, as well as a drill.
And we've got these funky brackets. Now these are basically standard gutter pipe, downpipe brackets. And we're going to use these to hold our pots.
Very interesting, I love it. So where are we going to kick off?
Right, we're going to start off with our timber, and we need to make these spaces to keep it away from the edge of the wall. Now that should be around about 30 millimeters down, and it's halfway through in the center of those two spaces. Perfect. You are now going to drill through those holes and go all the way through.
All right, Andrew, holes are done and your table's still in one piece.
Fantastic, a major change. Okay, right, we're going to put our spaces in, we're going to bring them in slightly. Now, you can normally measure it and get it exactly right, but 9 times out of 10, you end up getting distracted, the phone rings, and you forget your measurement and you do something different. So, a good way to actually avoid mistakes like that is to use standard parts. Now, I've got some standard pieces of timber, which are offcuts, and they're the same size. So I put those on the side there like that, and that's my spacer.
Perfect.
I'll do exactly the same when I move over to the other side. And to get this in the right position, I've got a little offcut piece there. That's exactly how I want it to sit. So now I'm going to hold that down while you're going to screw in the top.
Once equally spaced, use an electric drill and 40mm screws to fasten the back plate. Also position the mirror hooks on the top edge of the struts and fasten. Find complete instructions on Expresso's website.
Right, we're nearly there. What we're going to do now, we'll flip this guy over.
Yeah.
And we need to mount our brackets into position.
These guys, so pretty much something like that.
Yeah, slightly. Depending on the pot size you're going to use, you might want to bring it up and down or whatever. We're going to bring ours slightly off from the center and spread the 3 evenly apart.
Take some time and use a tape measure and pencil to make sure that the brackets will be evenly spaced. You can adapt the size of the wall mounting to suit the available space.
We want to seal this off, and we can even stain it if you want. So I'm actually got some Emboya stain for you.
Beautiful.
Yes, you're going to do it for a change.
Ah.
I'm just going to squeeze some onto the sponge, and then you're just going to rub it in.
Got it.
Into the timber. Okay. You're doing a fantastic job, but we're not going to wait all day for you to finish. But that's it. Now you can actually basically go all the way around. You can do a couple of coats if you want, just depending on what the final colour is that you want.
Okay.
Once that is dry, put another couple of coats of wood sealer to seal it, and let that dry, and then we can mount our brackets.
This project is great for any leftover pieces of pine. Otherwise, you can use older salvaged wood to create an interesting wall piece.
And we are done.
That's it. It looks cool. We just need to hang it up.
Indeed, and remember, log on to expressoshow.com. We'll put the plans there so that you can make your own floating pot rack. Let's go. Beautiful. Very nice.
Good.
Love it.
Let's see the main steps again. Position the 2 back struts evenly using timber offcuts, then fasten them to the back plate. Remember to add a mirror hook on each. Mark the position of the downpipe brackets on the front face. Stain it with a couple of coats of wood seal, then fasten the brackets carefully. Hang the rack on your wall and you're good to go.
Well, you might have some of those offcuts lying around. You can get the rest of your supplies at Builders, and we'll help you on your way, putting you in the chance, or giving you the chance, rather, to win a 250 Rand voucher courtesy of Builders. All you have to do is SMS the keyword Builders to 33728. Well, we've created a beautiful stand for our pots. Now it's time to fill the pots themselves, and we're going to do it with our hero food of the day, tomatoes.